Good afternoon, where you from? And good evening, where you from? Thank you all for the support and the fun we've been having. And soon we will be getting with my boy Ziggy. Have to mess with him. Stardust. We will be continuing our fun throughs with the Resident Evil series. And hopefully we can continue to make great laughs doing that as well. Today I'm gonna be playing a little game that I love to enjoy. I always nitpick with it, and I said, you know what, it doesn't get much love on my channel, so I'm gonna give it love on this channel today. Everybody on the mixer side of things, I want to say salute. Thank y'all a whole lot. I will be upgrading to fiber optics Tuesday. I cannot wait. My internet speeds and capabilities are going to be through the roof as we keep building up on our wonderful platform. I want to say shout outs to my man Sir Lethal and my man Knowledge and the General for representing this big situation called Di-RREC Gaming. Yo, shout outs to our banner man, all the people over there, to the Cheeman Squads, thank you, and to my man Golden Styles, who does a lot of my graphic work. I want to say salute to all of them guys. We're going to get into it a little bit and talk about the state of Xbox and what I think Xbox is doing and is going. Y'all come follow me. I don't see why anybody now in the current state of gaming continues to still doubt Microsoft. When Microsoft is making all the moves, and since they're making all the moves, seems to me like all these companies are believing in Microsoft. So if they're believing in Microsoft, why come everybody else can't? That's my question. I don't understand why anybody else would feel like Microsoft is lying about anything that they do when they already made $1 trillion. And it doesn't make sense for them to lie about what they're going to do if what they have is money in the bank. And with money, people, the reason why the money is such an issue is because everybody knows whoever has money has power. And right now, Microsoft has the power, whether people want to admit to that or not. I mean, they have the power, people. And at this point, Microsoft is influencing everybody. And it looks like gaming as a whole is going to be something that a lot of us are going to be able to cherish and enjoy. Because what happens is, when you get gaming as a community as a whole, you get the essence of gaming, you get the essence of the fun. And when you can get the essence of the fun, people want to be influenced by that. People want to be where the fun is at. It's like anything, right? You see a fair comes to your town, people want to be a part of the fair. Why? Because the fair is bringing some fun to the situation. You know, the good old days of having exclusive content is still here. Let's not knock exclusive content. And let's not sit up here and act like, you know, Microsoft has been the king of that or very great at that. The situation is that a lot of people just don't understand why Microsoft was in the situations that they were at. You know, you gotta understand that Microsoft, yes, technically was in the gaming industry for 40 years, but you gotta look at what they were doing in the gaming industry for 40 years. It wasn't like it wasn't as if they were sitting there actually putting out all these glorious games year in and year out on platforms. That's not what was happening. We all know that. what we understand is that Microsoft comes to help other companies. The like I keep telling people, the business of Microsoft is making other businesses better. And everything that I've been saying is now coming into fruition. It's to the point where I don't argue with dummies and people with senseless, situations that arise in their hearts and they want to speak silly stuff. I can talk and debate with any gamer, any rational gamer, but when you're stupid, man, I'm not wasting my time because stupidity, it'll come around, your senses will come around as long as what's happening will happen. The explanations will be explained in time. It's not like I have to sit up here and have, shows about you. I don't want to make no show about you. This is a platform that's not about people I have debates with or consoles I hate. I don't have time for that. This platform right here, and I believe that by now we made no confusion on what we like, what we bring to the table, and we appreciate everybody in the Xbox community that joins us, that talks to us, that's a part of it, because this is why Di-RREC Gaming and being direct to its audience was all about. And we wanted to share these moments as we continue to grow. We wanted to do that. We didn't want to hide behind it. So naturally, that's what we're gonna do. Microsoft, when it came out in 2000 with the Xbox, it really didn't have the support, right, by the developers. It's the youngest and it's the only console to last, within the millennium. It's the millennium console. The Xbox is a 2K console, and they came out. They didn't have all that support. They had to reach in their pockets and buy exclusive games. If I remember right, what was it, about 13 Sega games? They had to reach in their pocket, pay these developers. Now look, granted that what Sony does, they don't have to do that. As we know, Sega stands strong in Japan with a lot of the Japanese developers. So developing for Sony, it's not like Sony has to reach in their pockets and say, hey, can you guys come over here and drop your games on our console? I mean, these Japanese developers basically have the PlayStation right in the corner of their eye. They don't have to sit there and wait on Sony to reach in their pockets and ask them for games. They basically throw those dev kits out there. They know the systems out there. They can literally go up to Sony, and basically say, hey, we got this game we want to put on your PlayStation console. It's nothing to it, but it's not the same. It's not the same for Microsoft, right? It actually has to get out here and make deals. And so, throughout the Xbox, the OG Xbox, deals had to be made. They had to get developers to actually sign in with them. A lot of small type developers with big dreams were signing in with Xbox, giving them a fresh start, giving them somewhere to go, that they could just, be free to do what they want to do and come up with some ideas. At the same time, Microsoft was trying to compete at the same time. So you got an up-and-coming console that's trying to compete with, first of all, a console that's been out almost 30 years. You have the NES, then you had the PlayStation that's been out since originally since 95, but 96 in the Americas. So you're looking at least a good almost about 5 years. The PlayStation was already out, so the PlayStation was like 5 years ahead of the Xbox. And so you got Microsoft sitting back here trying to figure out their X's and O's, right? They come up with a better system in another 5 years. They come up with 360, and 360 takes off. 360 becomes a global phenomenon. That's their very first. That's their very first hit. And in the meantime, you know, I don't think that at that time that Microsoft, and like I said, I could be wrong, that Microsoft was even thinking about cloud, using the gaming industry for the cloud yet. But they always kept their minds on what they could do to advance it. Now that is a fact. And once they were able to keep pushing with live, because live will be that service. Now that is one thing that Microsoft stuck to, and that was services for their games. They always believed in that. That's the core essence of the Microsoft Xbox theory. Xbox Live came out a year later, and the rest was history. You speed things up today with this cloud technology being laughed at 3-4 years ago. You know, it's no longer being laughed at now. It's such a reality now that even these other companies are telling you, look, we can't compete with it. It's something that we're going to have to invest in. This is the Azure cloud. Is the cheapest one on the market. It has a lot of capabilities and it's worldwide. They're jumping on it. Microsoft is slowly making itself a Leviathan. It's becoming a Leviathan. And soon, like I said, you know, wherever gaming is at, Xbox is going to have to be mentioned there. It's just about a matter of time now. You look at what was being said, 2 weeks ago, about things that get recognized throughout the world. There was an article that had the Xbox as the only gaming console around the world that's recognized as a gaming console, where the PlayStation and Nintendo in a global market. Let me say that too. In a global market, where the PlayStation and Nintendo are not even acknowledged in that section as gaming consoles. Because what people need to understand is, it's not the impact of these magazines. It's not the impact of these articles that you should be concerned about. It's the impact within these businesses. And these businesses that you think that may not know anything about gaming. Let me tell you something. My wife works for HR, right? She used to work for HR. And what do you think, man? HR is a very strenuous, stressful type job. It can get that way. It's a lot of responsibility. Well, in my wife's big HR company building, they had a little break room. And I remember my wife taking a picture and telling me, guess what we got in our break room? You guys guessed it, there was an Xbox One in their break room, hooked up to a TV on the wall for them to come down to and play. These big companies, man, they invest in Microsoft products. They know about the Xbox. And when you're big like that, when you're invested like that, you know, these little articles and fan base war situations, they're not even on the radar. These companies don't pay attention to them. They're not even on the radar, man. Like, they don't know these people like we know them. Could care less. The situations with these articles and things are just for the common person, man, on the ground level. It's not really what's going on in the big market scheme of things. So Microsoft now hasn't just got the respect of its gamers, but it's got the respect of these companies. So one of the main missions of Phil Spencer has come alive, right? He wanted to get the Xbox brand back and have it in a respectful situation. Now you got companies putting respect on its name. The Azure cloud is becoming the savior of cloud gaming. And people now really can't say anything. It's just like every day there's something about Xbox and what Xbox is doing. Gears 5 was just televised last night. For the first time, you got to see the multiplayer of Gears 5. I mean, this stuff is big now. Xbox is on TV. You know, where is everything else at? You don't see nothing nowhere. You know, Xbox is on TV. What does Xbox have to do now for anybody? Nothing. It doesn't have to do anything, but now just be prevalent. All it has to do now is just be prevalent. That's all it has to do. And as long as it's getting talked about now, that's marketing, baby. That's it. All Microsoft has to do now is just do something. The industry is talking, and that's all Microsoft needs right now. And this talk is going to be led up right up to next E3. Next E3 is where all the silence, all the hating, all the crow soup throughout these years are going to get choked out. Because when you see your favorite console sitting up there clapping for Xbox because of what Xbox is doing, you're looking dumb. You start trying to hate against it. Microsoft was smart not to show its hand. All of its hands at E3 when people wasn't even showing up. Like, we understand your logic on thinking that they failed. We got the memo. We understand your hatred. We get it. But you gotta make sense. You have to make sense with your hating. You can't just say stupid stuff and hate and be stupid about it. You gotta make sense. There's no way and there's no logical reason for Microsoft to show all of its hand at E3. But what they did do, they not only didn't show all of their hand, but they showed a masterpiece. Cyberpunk 2077 was a masterpiece. And it's going to be a heavy hitter. And for that game to be shown for the Xbox, spoke volumes. Microsoft doing stuff like that, that's all they had to do. They showed those two Japanese games, and actually the Phantasy Star Online. That's all they had to do. All they had to do was let you know the Azure Cloud is real in gaming. All they had to do was preview what's coming, what's new. They showing Halo Infinite as long as they did, so all they needed to do. And then they come with something like, hey, Halo Infinite, Scarlet, console coming out next year, 2020, holiday season. And now we getting news that the Scarlet will be a system for the introduction of Halo Infinite. Are you serious? As a debut game? So there's no telling what Microsoft can do with this, right? They can actually say, hey, this is a Game Pass deal. You can get a Game Pass deal. So if you get this console, you get so many months of Game Pass, Ultimate, anything. Or you get this, or you buy this console, you get Halo Infinite bundle with an extra controller, or a customized console with a customized controller. Who knows now? The possibilities are endless for Microsoft with this situation, because Microsoft has now become the king of services. Its services have become mature, and when you think about it, that was 18 years to get it this way. 18 years. Call of Duty being a major game player for Xbox Live. Look at for over 10 years. Look at what Call of Duty did for Xbox Live. Now we're getting 4K 60 frames per second. This next console will be 120 frames per second console. 60 frames will be looked at the minimum. You're talking about a huge leap. You're talking about a huge leap with a next generational AMD chip. Not what you see now. See, you have no clue what's going to be in the Scarlet. All news has already been put out though for the other consoles. We know that these next consoles that are going to come out, they're going to have some upgradable, situations, and it will be next gen quality. But to be fair, to be honest, if you've never seen the Xbox One X hooked up to one of these high class TVs, then you think that Xbox fans are not already here. We're already here. 4K 60 is not even a big deal to us anymore. The Xbox community is about playing games. Playing games. I got a question. When you walk into the arcade, does the arcade tell you, hey, come play this exclusive game we have over here? Come play this exclusive game over here. Or when you walk into an arcade, all you see is one machine? What does the arcade say to you when you walk to one? It says, hey, come in here. Look at all the games we have. Come play these games. Arcade don't care about your personal feelings or what you think. The arcade says, hey, come have some fun. Play these games. And why does the PC community always get a pass, right? Let's keep it real with the PC community. They sit around here and they talk about what console players don't have and stuff like that. But you know what? Listen to this. When you buy a PC, you don't have to buy for gaming. Gaming is an option on PC. It's not something that's already required. You don't have to have gaming on a PC. When you buy a video game console, it's made for video games. It's made for video games. When you go to Steam, guys aren't worrying about, oh, look, this exclusive on Steam, and what Steam has as an exclusive, it's the farthest thing from y'all's mind. You're looking at all those hundreds of games y'all see, $3.99, free, $5.99, or whatever they are. You're buying them, you're playing them, and you're playing them on your computer, your keyboard and mouse. Nobody trips on what y'all do. So in retrospect, nobody tripping on what these consoles do now. We're looking for the experience, just like PC gamers claim they do. They're looking for the experience. We play games, we have games. So what do you think Microsoft is doing? They are PC. Your PC's got to have Windows 10 in it. Your PC has to have something operating for Microsoft. You're not sitting around here with nothing in your PC without no Microsoft product in it. Stop it. You kick that to the curb. So yeah, we all know Windows 10 in the marketplace for PC gaming from Microsoft is not the best thing in the world. We know that. That's gonna take time. But if you think that Microsoft is just gonna give up on that, you're wrong. Because you know they can easily mitigate that with Game Pass. Just have a situation like Steam. You want these games? Hey, come buy them off of Windows PC gaming Game Pass store, and you can buy them games. But you know, being able to play games, cross-play, or play anywhere, and co-op, and be able to play the same visuals, same frame rates is gonna be a big deal, y'all. It's gonna be a big deal. People don't want to play with anything that's being considered left behind or that's behind on things. I'm not going to speak too much on this, but don't be surprised if one company is going to be pushing forth that VR, because that's what's going to happen on the other side. Your VR will be pushed. There would be nothing to say about it soon. VR is going to be the thing that you go to, that you're going to have to like, and that you're going to have to deal with when you invest on the other side. So get ready. It's not like that's going to go away. That's going to be there. If you're thinking, are you going to be able to get a whole bunch of games? It's not going to happen. They're going to be taking their time building these games. It's going to take years and years and years for these games to come out. So you got to be patient. You're going to have to be patient. Play your games, support them, because that's about what it's going to be like on the other side. While Microsoft is just going to keep doing its thing, it's going to keep pushing forth these services, allowing other companies to dwell. Like we just got news today that Nintendo just hit 10 million now online. They have an online problem. Thanks to Live, their online problem just grew 2 million. 2 million strong now. Think about that. 2 million strong now. Hey, you don't think Live works? You don't think Live... We've been having Live for 18 years. We've been an online community for 18 years. We know what Live is capable of. Live just went right over to an ecosystem that it's never been to. It's just proving itself again. These are the things that make Xbox great. Now Xbox is like, hey, the big brother on these streets. People running to Xbox now like, yo, we want to be down. Can you help us? Can you help us? We want to be down. And you think Microsoft is going to turn down companies that want their help? When that's the basis, that's the basic fundamental value of Microsoft? No, that's not finna happen. I mean, whether y'all want to believe it or not, that's what's not gonna happen. They're not gonna turn that down. They're gonna go right on in there and do what they have to do. And when they do what they have to do, man, it's gonna be a sight to behold. Because hey, the respect is this, that it took Microsoft a very long time to get to where they're at. The respect level is there. People know that it took them a while to get to where they're at. These companies know that. And Microsoft being persistent, being very persistent and patient, took them a while. You got the industry being negative about everything they do. You know, because the industry, hey, let's keep it real, right? The industry is full of PlayStation fans. They're not going to be sitting here saying good stuff about Xbox when they don't even play these Xbox games. You got these articles, these editors and journalists for gaming that don't even play these Xbox games. How they gonna speak about them? You know, people want to talk about Microsoft not being competitive. How? Look. It can't make sense to you if you think that Microsoft isn't being competitive, and yet you have Microsoft where everybody's going to. That doesn't make any sense. You know, you got people going to where Microsoft is at. That's being competitive. It may not be competitive in your eyes, but when Microsoft gets that money and they start, look, Microsoft can't get anything. They can't do anything right. They buying these first-party studios. It's not like these first-party studios can drop a game as soon as they get hired. It doesn't work that way. For the first time, Microsoft is getting studios, racking them up. They're not sitting around here having to reach in their pocket begging for developers to come make games and paying them to put games on their platform. When they're saying, hey, look, we're just gonna go buy our studios and game developers. We can buy developers who are struggling out here. Look, remember the article that came out? We know about these things. We know about these devs getting hit hard. I mean, look at Ninja Theory. They were getting hit hard, man. Microsoft came through and saved the day. Any game that Ninja Theory makes now is going to be exclusive to Xbox. You know, and Xbox isn't just limited to a console. Xbox is a brand as well, right? So Xbox is an app. We know that because we deal with Xbox as an app. Xbox is a console. Xbox is a service. Xbox is a gaming studio now. So Xbox is what it is. There's no denying what Xbox isn't. Xbox is what it is. So when you think about Xbox now, you have to think about the gaming community. You can't just look at it in one aspect. You know, nobody does within their companies. When you look at Nintendo, you don't look at just Nintendo as a gaming. They got an online infrastructure. They got a community. They have mobility. They have apps. When you look at PlayStation, they have the Vita. They have the View. They had the PlayStation Home. They have PlayStation Now. You don't just look at these things as a console. Come on, people. Come on. That's been long overdue. Looking at people like, I mean, not people, but looking at platforms like that. That's been long. That's been done with. Sorry, long overdue, but that's been done with. You know, nobody does that stuff. You know, anybody with a logical mind understands that these platforms are they're multi-catering. You don't make your money just by being in one spot. You don't limit your game to one hustle. And I'm thinking now that more than ever, Microsoft is just booming. And there's nothing that anybody can do about it, man. I mean, they're getting the last laugh now. They're getting the last laugh now. It's making a lot of people mad, but it's true. It's true. It's like Xbox is getting a revamp. It's like it's getting a revamp, right? Like it's about to go full circle. It's about to live its life twice, right? Its resurrection is coming, and it's starting right back over with the game that made them who they are, Halo. I mean, the story to this couldn't have been painted more vividly. It's like a masterpiece. The timing is, everything is right. The timing and everything is right, because if this console that comes out, you know, like right now, the Xbox One X can do 120 for certain games like Rainbow Six Siege. They hit that 120 if you have a powerful enough monitor. It can go holding that 1440 for that stable frame rate right now. Just to know that this console can do that right now is amazing. It's like I said, there's capabilities that's been going on right now that people are already experiencing. That when it does happen for the masses, it's going to be a big deal. It is what it is when it comes to the hatred, right? You guys know it. You guys in Mixerland know it. Yeah, you guys know this. That's what's gonna happen. You know, will it be a total out blackout dominant reign? I don't think so. But what I think that's gonna happen is the appreciation of gaming itself will return. And it will return in this generation that lacks that. Because this generation doesn't understand that, hey, it's never been about just going crazy for folk that play on a different console. It's all about being informative and understanding what each platform does and what platform offers what. And that's where the platform is better. That's where you say, hey, look, these offers, things like this are just way better over here. It has nothing to do with what it has, you know, as far as games and what it doesn't have as far as games. It's about the capabilities, because we know that these consoles are going to have games on them. You know, and if first party games are the only games that you talk about, well then you're not really putting a lot of effort into gaming, because hey, let's be honest, these consoles don't drop exclusives like that. They don't put out exclusives enough for us to matter. You know, two or three first party games a year is trash. That's no gaming. You know, if that's all I gotta go off of is 2 or 3 exclusives a year, man, come on, and they're the same formula. Walk around, hold your hand type games. That gets boring after a while. You know, it just gets boring after a while. You already know the concept. You already know what's gonna happen. You already know. And you know what's funny is that PlayStation has more shooters than Xbox does. When you think about shooters, we always think about the first party Halo type, Doom type of games. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about games that have to do with just shooting, period, that use a shooting mechanics in their games. When you look at Uncharted, you can shoot. When you look at Days Gone, you can shoot. When you think about Killzone, The Order of 1886, all these games, Second Son, what else? Oh, Ratchet and Clank. You name it. I mean, there's guns involved in these games. In these single player experiences, there's still shooting. There's still shooting involved. When you think about all those games, and I just named a few, but you can think about, you can put out many others. You know, it doesn't even matter what it is. You know what I'm saying? When you think about the template that's being used. Horizon Zero Dawn, at some point, has a shooting mechanism. What else? Look at Last Man Stranded. Look at what's this no, not God of War, not God of War. When you think about games like that, and I'm talking like, not just a first person shooter or a third person shooter just known to be a third person shooter. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the actual mechanics of a game where it allows you to actually shoot something. When you think about that in its entirety, PlayStation has more games that do that than Xbox does. It has flip-flop, right? We all know that things have flip-flop. So now Microsoft look, when you think about Microsoft and Xbox, right? Looking at 18 years of dedication to the hardcore gamers. 18 years. Think about that. Microsoft has already spent a generation on its hardcore gamers. This is why you hear a lot of us sound the way we sound. Hey man, we just want to see something pop off. We want to see something because we've been through the storm of the trial seasons for Microsoft. We've been here. So to finally get the fruits of our labor, we don't want to hear anything else. We want to see results. So I get that. But then again, also understand that Microsoft has just dedicated itself to a hardcore elite gaming generation. Now it's switching itself. It's evolving. It's saying, okay, look, we're going to mix it now. Now we're going to mix it and make it more of a casual mixed hardcore gaming community. What a lot of our games now for the future will be done so that will attract your casual market, because the casual market is the largest, right? And with something like xCloud, you can't do that by just targeting the hardcore gamers. So I see what they're up to, see what they're doing. And in the midst, you got Gears of War 5 on TBS. Hardcore gamers. So it's not like Xbox has abandoned their game. They're accustomed. They're just evolving. They're just expanding it. They're growing people. They're talking about getting 2 billion more games. You can't get that by just relying on your hardcore gamers. Put it like this. That would be like thinking just exclusive content. You're not going to go nowhere. One company has already proven that to you. They can sell all the exclusive content it wants. It's not making more money than Microsoft. At the end of the day, you got to talk big bank, take little bank. That's all that matters. And when you got Microsoft just out here to help developers, to help them, and they feel good about it, because their money is not just, it's not about, hey, let's take over this and let's take over that. No, because now we can see that they easily can do that. We all see now that Microsoft could easily do that. But that's not what Microsoft is about. It's about just helping, man. Just having some fun helping, doing what it does, and having some simple, easy competition while doing it. Hey, we got the X because people were just hating on Xbox. Just hating on Xbox to the point where, hey, we got the X now. So not only do I have the biggest and baddest console on this earth, but what my competitors will be talking about in the near future won't even be a big deal to me, because I'm already here. I'm already here. So I mean, hey, Microsoft is doing it big. As long as Microsoft keeps the noise going and his name is ringing bells, it's going to benefit Microsoft. I believe all Microsoft has to do is just keep doing what they do, stay quiet, execute, let people know about the future. The future is bright. They got a new Elite controller that they just revamped up, remade, and I think it's going to be it's going to be a beast, man. I already have mine pre-ordered. It's going to be a beast. They got their self back on TV. They got these shows, XO, Xbox Weekly. Let's see, what else? They got Gamescom coming up. Inside Xbox. Look what's going on. Xbox On. I mean, all this stuff, man, where you can just go. Xbox Wire. all this stuff where you can go and just get Xbox content. It's just bigger than it's ever been. Xbox isn't decreasing. People thought that Xbox is going to be decreasing. Nobody wants to invest in Xbox. Are you crazy? Now it's a realization that Xbox is the only one that's considered a gaming, anything that has to relate with gaming in the world. In the world. So hey man, I'm gonna end it with that. I thank y'all for coming out. Look, hey, we continue to keep coming in here, man. We provide our thoughts, our gaming, our talks, our fun, our laughing, and just good content, man. That's what we're about here. And if you like what we do, man, and you appreciate what we're about, come join us on Mixer, man. The New Legal, all capital letters, THE_NEW_LEGAL. You can reach me there, man, or you can reach me on Twitter at New Legal, NEW_LEGAL. You can also catch me, man, on Facebook in a gaming group called the DX Men of the DX Mansion. Xbox fans elites right there. We come in there, we talk our Xbox stuff. Also shout outs to Clutch. I love the Clutch community, man. I appreciate all you guys for the support. Hey man, everybody on Twitter for the support in the comments. Y'all know who y'all are, the brotherhoods over there, man. I appreciate all you guys over there. And soon I'll do a video, man, and call y'all out, man, because you guys mean a lot to me out there, man. Y'all always showing support, always backing me up, man, and it goes unseen, man. So I really want to say that the Twitter people, man, out there, my comrades out there that's been backing me up, you guys the most, man, right now. You guys get the most right now. So salute to you guys, man. Thank you for everything that you do. So, hey, man, stay tuned for the next time I come back up on here, being informative, doing what I do, play some games. And hey, man, please come check us out next time. This has been Di-RREC Gaming.